All right, it's Prop to Mike. We are live. We are back. What's up, Dave? Do you realize it's been 5 whole weeks since the last time we podcasted? This crazy. We got new settings. You have a new backdrop. I have a new backdrop. Broadcasting from a new place. What's up, brother? How's it going?
It's going well. Yeah, a lot of stuff has happened. Your house almost burned down, and a
Yep.
few other crazy things going on. But we've been trudging along, and finally we're like settled enough that we can get back to podcasting a little bit.
Feels good to get back in the seat with you. It's been a rough month, but we've regrouped and we're ready to get a couple of these last few slates in before the All-Star break. So we didn't want to wait another week. So it feels good to get back in here. Real quick before we get started, just want to give a shout out to our friends over at Props.Cash. You can sign up using code PTM50 for 50% off your first month of Props.Cash. Take advantage of the tools we're about to use on here to run through our sheets. We're going to look at some straights. We're going to look at some builders. But we always refer to Props.Cash before making our final picks. So use it for yourself. PTM50, 50% off your first month. I'm a little rusty, man.
No, you're doing pretty good.
All right, thanks. I feel
I'm amazed that I had 5 weeks to prepare for this, and my microphone's still about to fall off. So, some things never change.
Get you a new microphone. Yeah.
No, it's just the stand, man. It's whatever. All right, so low budget production, we love it. So we're gonna so just to kind of take a step back. So NBA, like you said, is winding down. Before we dive into NBA, did you end up watching any of the Unrivaled one-on-one tournament last night?
I did not. I missed it. How'd it go?
You're not as hardcore as I. It was interesting. No. So a couple things. So they basically like take all the players, 30-something players that are in the Unrivaled league. This is the women's basketball league. That Collier and Stewart started up, and they put them all into like a one-on-one single elimination tournament, which is kind of fun.
Okay.
The one thing I really liked about it was very similar to the 3-on-3 basketball that's played in the Olympics. Like it's kind of got that pace. You only have like 7 seconds to shoot the ball. The one thing I really liked about it is they had 2 people that just stand on kind of like the sideline, and you can pass the ball to them and then get the ball back. So they can't like, you have to be outside the 3-point line in order to like receive the ball back from them. So it's not like they're like giving you a pass that's leading to a shot, but it was just like kind of a way to like kind of make it less one-on-one and a little bit more
interesting.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting.
Who are these people? Who are these people that are on the side?
Whatever. They're trainers, coaches. They're just like 2 dudes that were just standing out there. But I thought that was kind of cool. And I was really surprised by how winded the players were, too. Like after, 2-3 minutes of playing. But 7 seconds to shoot the ball is fast. Like you got to like get the ball, clear it, overall it was fun. I would be excited to see something like that in the NBA.
Who'd you watch? Who played last night?
A bunch of them. Who was like the best matchup? I don't know. They started out with Collier, and she dominated. And then what's Skylar Diggins Smith also did really well. Like she's a beast. Okay. She took down Dearica Hamby. It was kind of fun to watch. Like the big players just dominate the little players too. So anyway, I thought that was cool. Nice. The second set of games are tonight, so I'm gonna watch that again.
Nice. I'll have to check it out tonight.
Yeah, check it out. It's fun. It's innovative. I like when people try new things.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna dive into our plays for today. We're gonna start with like straights, just some options on straights, and then we'll go into our builder, see if we can put together a builder as well. And then we'll post this all up on X. So you want to pull up the Props.Cash screen, and I will go through the picks. Does that work?
Yeah. Let me get a clean props.cash screen here.
All right, so I'll queue up the first game while you're pulling that up. First game we're going to look at is the Pistons and the Bulls. That's actually an 8 o'clock game. The Pistons are away, and somehow these are the Detroit Pistons who won, just a handful of games last year. The Detroit's -4.5 on the road. Totals 237.5. So nice total, nice tight game. This should lead to a lot of good over opportunities. So let's start by looking at Cade, one of our favorites here at PTM, Cade Cunningham. We have both his rebounds and his assists popping up on the model as potential plays. Cade is just so unique. He's on cleaning the glass. He's 80% assist in the top 20% on assists for guards. He's top 13% on rebounding. So he really kind of does it all, and obviously great scorer as well. Projected for 35 minutes tonight. Last time he played Chicago, he exceeded 10 plus assists both times he's played Chicago this season. And he also cleared 6 rebounds in 1 of 2 games. So either of those looking good to you, rebounds or assists or RA?
15 assists last time?
Yeah, that wasn't even that long ago. That was just a week ago. No. About a week ago, yeah.
He missed the last game, though, where he's health-wise, he's okay.
Did he miss the last game?
I believe so. I was watching, and I think it was over the weekend. Oops, sorry. Yeah, that assist total looks really good. The rebounds, he only had 3 though in that last game. Just got there in the game earlier in the season, back in November. Looking at an RA.
Yeah, that's nice. 4 straight games. That's a big RA number, but you got a
RA number.
Got a 237 point game. So I don't, barring foul trouble, I don't see how Cade's gonna not put up 10 assists in this game. What do you think?
Yeah, the 10 assists feel good. I mean, you see it's juiced to the over here at FanDuel -142 for 10 assists. That feels pretty good. Look, I mean, against Chicago overall, I mean, look at this. 29th in points, 29th in rebounds, 29th in assists. That's just team-wide. If we look at point guards, they've allowed the most, I don't know if you said this already, the most assists to opposing point guards.
Yeah, and he's one of the best in the league. So
yeah,
I think I like his assists. I'm gonna look. We have a little a correlation chart that we look at. We can compare team total to assists. I'm gonna look at that after we get off and just see games.
I like that.
Yeah, in games where Detroit scored 120 points is probably what they're projected for. Like how many assists has Cade had? So I bet there's a pretty good correlation there.
Yeah, I like that. All right, let's go. I like that one. Put it in the books.
All right, so you like that. And then, the other option is RA. The other option is you can always do an assist and a rebound builder. You can probably do 8 assists.
Yeah, I mean, his RA had 15.5, and he had 15 assists a week ago against them. That might not be a bad play either.
Just pull up Jalen Duren. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Jalen Duren. Let's see here. We're looking at his little PRA, points, rebounds. Everything's popping for Duren. PRA, number 1 DVP matchup for centers against the Bulls. That could be a nice little spot. We like to use those alt PRAs in our little volcano challenge. Let's see. What was there one of the categories here? One of the props you were leaning towards for him?
I'm frightened to ever play Jalen Duren.
Foul trouble.
Yeah, I mean, just scroll down on PropSide Cash to his fouls. He probably was pretty good against Chicago. But if you just go down to the bottom, this dude is just like, I mean, look at that.
Fouls. Averaging 3.5. Yeah.
4, 6, 4.
Wow, what did he do against a whole game without a foul? I wonder how many minutes he played in that game.
I mean, realistically, a defensive center should not finish many games without a foul, but it's hard to even read into the overall fouls, because sometimes he'll pick up 3 in the first half, and then his overall minutes just get impacted by that. You know what I mean? Like, he might finish the game with 4 or 5 still, but he only played 8 minutes in the first half. So, but yeah, it's a good matchup. It's actually a great matchup. PRA, Chicago's giving up the most points, rebounds, and assists to opposing centers in the last 20 games. So this is actually a phenomenal matchup. It's just, and his PRA
is about the foul trouble here. Yeah.
Is that really 27.5? Because we had it for 29.5. So it looks like may have come down a little bit.
Yeah, 29, 28 on Fanatics, and then 27 in the other books here. So it's ticked down a little bit. You could see this 5 of his last 6 games clearing that. How many assists is he getting? Wow, look at his assist totals. That was probably with let's see here, games with Cade.
Wow.
Yeah, that 7 assist game. That was the game Cade missed. But still, he still had 6 assists.
I mean, he's super efficient in all 3 stat categories, really, for his position. 95th percent rebounder, so he's in the top 5% of rebounding. He's projected for 28 minutes today, so that's really the key. I bet if you look at him with 25 plus minutes, he's probably looking pretty good. Maybe not. I don't know. He's had kind of a down year. Like,
look at his last 10
coming on. He's coming on of late.
This is points and rebounds. I was looking at that only because I feel like the PRA is like you're not getting it in all the books. Whereas PR, you can see FanDuel's got his 25.5 PR, really playing more to his strengths there. And then head to head, look at that, 3 straight against Chicago, twice this year. Look at the 2 games this season. 30, like crushed it, 34 and 37.
I mean, who's stopping him?
PRA is even better. Yeah. I don't know. I could get behind. Not Vooch. I could get behind this, I think. PR? We'll go PR. You're just out on Jalen Duren.
No, it feels a little high for him. But like you said, he's done it in 2 of 2. He's cleared the PR, the points, the rebounds, the PRA. He's done it all. So, if you want to, I kind of give that
22 rebounds he had in that first game against Chicago. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's my inclination. Is he's really a rebounder.
Let's go with the rebounds. 12 rebounds though.
Yeah. I like it. I don't love it, even though it's a great matchup.
Yeah. It's like a 3-star just because of the foul issues.
Yeah. Let's take a look at Malik Beasley. 3.5 threes. Wow, that's a big number. 6 of his last.
Dude's been on fire.
Yeah, 6 of his 60% for the season. 8 of his last 10 cleared in both games for Chicago. Chicago can't defend 3. They're giving up the 7th most threes to opposing guards over the last 20 games.
Look at this. 5, 5, 5, 5. And these 2 were the 2 games this year. 5 threes on how many 3-point attempts? 14. Look at this. 25 3-point attempts in 2 games against Chicago.
What's he done in his last 10? Let's just see what kind of volume of threes he's getting up. I mean, look at that guy.
He's averaging 10 a game. His last 2 games, 19 and 14. This 19 was the game without Cade. That was Friday night. Yeah, that was their ESPN game. They were getting up for that one. But yeah, I mean, doesn't take less than 9. Oh, that's sorry. Doesn't take less than 8. This one game with 6.
So I have him projected for 9 3-point attempts. So let's see what he's done this season when he takes 9 plus.
Hmm.
79% hit rate.
79?
Sorry, 88% hit rate.
No, 88. 88. Yeah. It's pretty good.
Oh no, that's with 10 plus. 9 plus, I think.
Oh, sorry.
A little lower.
Sorry. Oh. There we go. Sorry. 79. There you go.
Yeah, so it's just about volume, right? I don't love.
I think he gets it here.
Minus 146. I don't love it. It looks like FanDuel's like the only major book that's still offering 3.5.
Yeah.
So it looks like it's gonna push up. But I kind of love him for 3 threes in any builder. But
what about you do like Cade 8 assists and Beasley 3 threes?
Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's nice.
And if that doesn't get you there, you could probably throw Duren for 8 rebounds or something there. That would do it.
Yeah, there we go. Pistons builder. Let's go.
Let's go. Who gets excited about a Pistons builder?
I do.
Tom does. All right, let's move on from this game. We actually had nothing on the Chicago side because nobody knows anybody on Chicago's team anymore. The one kid, how do I say his name? Buzelis? Yeah, Matas Buzelis.
Yeah.
Take a look at him.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
He wasn't popping on our list because his minutes have increased recently, and we're looking at a lot of season-long data. But for points, I think he's a good option in this game.
Put him for points. Here we go. Let's look at the last 10 here. Getting to 12 pretty consistently over the last 6 games, and then look, really, this was right around when the minutes must have ticked up here. Zach LaVine left. Yeah, 31, 29, 29.
Yeah, I think even a couple games before LaVine was traded, his minutes really ticked up. So he's good for 25 plus minutes a game. I love him for 10 points. I almost put out a builder earlier today with him for 10 points. Super athletic. At this point, they're kind of building around this guy. So,
look, 25 minutes. He hits 12 in every game except this one against Orlando. And that was, Orlando beginning of the season, really good defensive team. So,
yeah. And
that's a sneaky little spot.
One of those games was against Detroit too. So, so I think that's a good spot if you want to play somebody on the Chicago side.
I just looked at the Beasley 3 threes, Cade 8 assists, Duren 8 rebounds. You get that for minus 107. It's almost even money there. It's a nice
That's not bad
builder.
Yeah. All right. So let's move on.
Next game.
Got the Knicks and the Pacers. This game's in Indy on TNT, 7:30 game Eastern time. Knicks are favored by 2.5 points. Total's nice in this one too, 239.5. So we got 2 high scoring.
Eastern Conference Finals are not Eastern Conference, whatever it was, to go to the Eastern Conference Finals playoff rematch. How about that?
Yeah. You lost me there. Josh Hart for 30.5 PRA.
Love a Hart PRA play. No, I was saying that this is a rematch of the playoffs from last season. That's all I was getting at there. It seems a little high, no?
It does.
Feels a tad high.
But look what he's done. Look what he's done against the Pacers.
Head-to-head. PRA. This is this season.
Yeah, the last 2 were this season, 33 and 32.
Regular season, 33 and 32. I mean, just getting there. I don't know that a PRA of over 30 for Josh Hart just feels a little much for me. What do you think? You're liking it?
No, I have the same inclination. But I think if I was going to play something on him, I kind of like his rebounds. If you look at his rebounds, I think he had 10 and 10 in these 2 games against Indy, right?
Wow. And, whoa, look at his last
yeah,
what is that?
9 straight. 9
more
straight.
Than, yeah. Against Indy. Wow.
So I think that's a good look. Oh, that was 9 straight regular season
games, yeah.
But regardless, yeah.
It's been down a little bit. Why has he been down lately? Even at like 40 minutes, 37 minutes, 38 minutes, 8, 7, and 8 rebounds.
Yeah. And I don't know, maybe Precious Achiuwa has been playing more. Maybe he's gobbling up some of the rebounds. But I definitely love Hart for 8 rebounds tonight.
8 is nice. 8's a nice leg. Yeah.
Yeah. But I do think he'll get 10. So we'll lay off the PRA. Maybe play the rebounds if you like something there.
8 rebounds is a nice build to like.
Next one we got is Cat for 2 threes.
2 threes. This is not so nice, but maybe he's getting back into form here. 3-point attempts. So weird to see him at 1 3-point attempt, 2 3-point attempps.
He's hurt.
Yeah,
he hurt his. I think
stay away.
His thumb or his finger or something. He's been off lately.
Yeah.
You can see at the beginning of the year.
Stay away.
I agree.
Yeah.
Good value, but I wouldn't.
Look at the 3-point attempt.
Yeah. God. Yeah, you're right. Recently,
look at the 3-point attempts here and then down here. Yeah, it's dropping off.
I think Cat coming out of the All-Star break is going to be excellent. Like I think there's a lot of value.
Needs a little rest, you think?
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if the Knicks sit him or don't play him big minutes tonight. Like kind of take advantage.
A little bit extra rest. Yeah.
Yeah. Mitchell Robinson's due back soon. I saw he was out tonight.
I was just gonna say
he's got to be coming back. We'll see what impact that has.
That'll be nice.
All right, so those were the 2 plays on the Knicks side. Andrew Nembhard for 2 steals.
2 steals. Let's see this. Wow. Look at his last few games here. Look at this guy. That's not bad. What's he done against the Knicks?
He was 1 for 1, I think, this season.
He played, that first game of the season. I don't know. I'm not a huge fan of steals and blocks plays in general, but hard to argue with his recent.
I'm looking at the steals allowed to opponents for the full season. The Knicks are giving up the second fewest steals to opponents, so they're pretty good at handling the ball. 6.8 per game. The only team that's better than the Knicks is OKC at 6.7. On the flip side, the Pacers they're also
look at shooting guards.
7.5. So
fewest steals against shooting guards, 5th fewest against point guards.
I can't seem to get steals right. I've played steals twice this season. Both Dyson Daniels, like the best guy in the league to play, and he missed both times I played him. So it's insane. So.
It's a little fluky, I don't equate it to minutes and production. Don't the correlation's not as high as it is with something like rebounds, right?
Yeah, and there's a lot of subjectivity to it as well.
Yes.
Did you know that when a player, just say the opposing team is dribbling the ball, the guy who deflects the ball away from the player dribbling the ball is the one who gets credited for the steal, not the guy who actually recovers the ball.
Interesting.
I found that out because I was like, why the hell didn't Dyson Daniels get that credit for that? So
because he recovered the ball, but he didn't tap it out.
Yeah, and in one play. So
gotcha.
Found that out the hard way. Anyway, so we'll pass on these steals plays. But
you're not bitter.
No, never bitter towards my losses. Benedict Mathurin for, I think you can get him as low as 13.5 points. He's not quite the same player he was. Let's take him down at 30. Can we still get him at 13.5, or is that climbing up? Yeah, it's climbed up.
It's climbing up everywhere. Yeah.
But he's had 2 monster games against the Knicks, 20 and 38.
Wow.
Those were early in the season when he was like still super consistent. He's been fairly inconsistent of late.
What do his minutes look like? Last 10. I mean, that's a downward trend right there over the last 10, right? Last 20. Look at that downward trend.
Yeah. I think they're trying to
not loving it.
Yeah, I think it's a great matchup. I would love him for 10 points. If you take him down to
someone's
10.
Going to score with this total. Would you say the total was 238?
Yeah.
239. Yeah. And someone's got to do some scoring. At 38 looks beautiful though.
But back in November, so
so
I think Mathurin's a great play for 10 points if you want to put him in a builder, even 12 points. And I actually think he'll exceed the 13.5 I was looking at earlier today. But that's climbing up, so you can see which way the people are betting that. They're definitely betting the over early today. So anyway, all right, last guy we got is Miles Turner for 1.5 threes. Turner is a game time decision, so he may not play in this game, but 61% hit rate on the season, 8 of his last 10, 1 for 2 against New York this season. Looking at threes. Wow.
There we go.
Bombed away against New York. That one game.
Look at that one. Oh, that was from 2021.
No, this one to the right.
This 5. Is all New York. Sorry. Yeah. Oh, 5 here. Yeah. And what has he done lately? Oh, very consistent lately. On 2s, 3-point attempts. Look at that. 9, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So what does that mean? He gets 1 today?
Yeah, right. That's the
looks like he didn't play big minutes. Maybe he went out hurt last game, right?
Only 5 minutes in that game.
5 minutes, but he still got up 2 threes.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a volume 3-point shooter. He's not a traditional.
Probably a good play, to be honest.
Yeah, I don't hate it. I mean, I don't really love playing Miles Turner, but
let's look at some other centers. See if we got any 3-point shooting centers. Look, Jokic 3 against the Knicks. Naz Reid 6.
Probably a pretty good comp in terms of
that is a good comp.
Guys who like to hang outside the perimeter.
Alex Sarr 2 and 3. Bill Carter 3. Wemby 6. Yeah, I can get behind this. Miles Turner.
All right.
All depends what he wears to MSG when he. Oh no, this one's in Indianapolis. You don't like his fits?
No.
You're shaking your head.
Not whatever he wore to the France game, the first France game. That was bad. All right. So just keep an eye.
How about ready for this game? Josh Hart 8 rebounds. Ben Mathurin 10 points. Miles Turner 1-3 -110 on FanDuel.
Oh, that's a winner. Play it. Lock it in. All right.
Lock it up. Lock it in. Lock it up. Let's go.
All right. So we're not loving a lot of straights. I mean, I got to be honest with you. When we looked at our model this morning, this was not a great board. Like, this is just only 4 games. And there's not a lot of stuff popping out with high hit rates, high projections, anything. So I do think builders is.
It also feels like with guys. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say with the All-Star game coming up, like you mentioned about maybe Cat resting. Like, yeah, also, I feel like we say this every day about the NBA, but it's with the All-Star break upon us, there might be some different levels of playing time, possibly. Maybe not with Tibbs. Tibbs, I think, doesn't operate that way, but other head coaches might.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the 7:00 game. We're going backwards. Raptors at the Sixers. Both teams are struggling to find some identity.
Not a lot of players available here.
No. Well, Embiid, I think, is a question, and I don't know what.
What's up with Maxey? I don't even see Maxey here.
Maxey's projected to play.
No lines on him.
Kyle Lowry's out. That's why everything's off. And Eric Gordon's questionable. On the Toronto side, Grady Dick's questionable. Barrett's out. Ingram's out, and Pirtle is out, and PJ Tucker's out.
Stay at PJ Tucker. This guy just been like a trade pawn going around. Has he even played this season?
I don't think he's played in 3 years. The last time he
this
played,
game feels like just stay away from this game.
Yeah. So anyway, we only have one player who's popping on our board here. It's Scotty Barnes, and that's a pretty good player to look at, I would say.
Yeah.
2 options for him: 34.5 PRA or 7.5 rebounds. You like Scotty?
Yeah, I like Scotty. What's the total in this game?
Oh, total in this game is the lowest of the day, 225. So not super low, but not
terrible. Sixers are 9-point favorites. I don't know. My initial inclination would be the rebounds over the PRA. I just don't know, there's guys there for him to pass the ball to. Scoring wise, this game could get away from them. 9-point spread here, fairly low total, not super low, but
look at him. Let's see how many games he's played without Barrett. Let's take Barrett out and see, because Barrett's good for 5-6 rebounds a game. And then let's also take Pirtle out. Has he played any games without both of them? Not many.
There you go.
Mostly just the last week.
PRA under in all 5.
Yeah, this game's a pass, man.
Yeah.
Right?
Let's move on.
Embiid, any game that Embiid's in at this point, it's like you don't know if he's going to play, and he has such a big impact on the game. So, let's pass on this one. We're going to be upset with ourselves.
Sounds
if we play it
quickly. I feel like I haven't played anything on Quickly. I haven't said his name all season.
No, he just came back. He's only 5 or 6 games back, right? So
yeah,
he's good though.
Is he done against? Yeah,
I miss him. I miss him on the Knicks a little bit.
I do too.
All right. So last game of the night, we got the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies, pause there for a second. The Grizzlies are 35-17. Does that shock you a little bit?
With Ja playing once or twice a week, it's pretty remarkable how well they're playing. They had that down season last year, but you remember the season before, they were one of they were with the Pelicans, right? They were the up and coming hot young team, and they've kind of picked up after last season's a little bit of an aberration with Ja with his suspension, came back for a handful of games, then was out again. But it seems like they don't even need him to be a regular part of the rotation here. He comes and goes, and they still win.
Yeah, I mean, Jaren Jackson's having a career year, 23.3 points per game. That's the highest he's ever averaged for a season so far. And he's shooting 37.3% from 3.
Wow.
Last year he shot 32%. So he's really and his field goal percentage is almost 50%. So So he's really carrying them, and Desmond Bane's been pretty good too. So, but lots of options in this game. They're playing against the Phoenix Suns, who I just can't imagine what the dynamic is in that locker room there. Like Kevin Durant, they asked him, like, how do you feel about possibly being part of this trade talk? He's like, it's just business. But come on, man, you're like a star, and they were just about to ship you out. Like, that's gotta.
Why is it Kevin Durant? I mean, I love Kevin Durant's game, right? There's nothing to argue with that. But why is there like all drama and why on every team he goes to? It just, I don't know. It's not a good look.
I don't know. You would think between just him and Booker alone, they could could win. They could win
Booker's
more
had
than
a down season.
To 26 and 26. They're 50 team. That's crazy. All right. So anyway, the Grizzlies are -3.5 on the road. Totals the highest of the day, 244.5. So I think this is an excellent game to target, and we have the most props on our board for this game. So let's start with the best player. You laughed at me when I said the best player of the night last night in the Lakers game was John Collins. And he went out there and just dominated the first half, and then turned completely spastic in the second half. Like, couldn't catch the ball, couldn't do anything, but he got enough to clear our PRA. Even with, I think he had 0 assists. But anyway, let's look at the other star of this game that will surprise you.
Who are you going to say? I want to know who you're going to say right now.
You know who I'm going to say. Luke Kennard. Let's look at Luke Kennard.
Fellow Blue Devil. All right. What do we got here?
Anything on Luke Kennard.
He's popping across the board.
Across the board. All greens.
Wow. Look at the PRA. Last 20 games. It's pretty good, man. A couple of those games really
I think is he leading the league? And yeah, he is. He's leading the league in 3-point percentage, 47.7%. Wow. Only one who's anywhere close is Steph at 47.2. So Luke Kennard's been pretty good,
man. I would not have guessed that.
Yeah,
I would not have guessed that.
So you can start with 2 threes, which he's done in 56% of games. This season, only 4 of his last 10. He did have 2+ threes when they played Phoenix previously. This is the Phoenix is giving up the second most threes to opposing shooting guards over the last 20 games. What's scary about him, though, he's only projected for like 18, 19 minutes. So I think that's the scary part of playing Luke Kennard.
Yeah.
But it is a good matchup. So you got threes, you got PRA, you got points at 6.5 points. You like that better?
I do like it better. I don't know. I'm not feeling the threes, but the points.
The PRA at 11.5.
Yeah.
Does that get you excited?
That does sound nice. I think it does. I mean, look at him over his last 20 games. And here you have one game. He played 10 minutes in this game. Let's just bring him up to 11, 12 minutes here. There. This game had 15. What did we say? He was projected for 18 minutes?
19, somewhere in there.
I mean, look at him with 19 minutes here. 18 of 20 games.
Take him down to like 25, a max of 25, though, because he's not going to play more than 25. Still pretty good. 75% hit rate, right?
Yeah.
And in his last 10.
18 and 25. Yeah. Last 10 with that. That's nice. In a super high total.
Against a team that. Go look at the Phoenix defense. What are they doing in terms of just threes allowed this season to all positions? Yeah, 18th most.
18th. Shooting guard.
But shooting guards 11th. But the percentage is high. Look at that. So you got it 23rd.
Yeah.
Eighth most threes to 3-point percentage, and now you get the highest 3-point percentage shooter in the league. I think it's good. I think you can easily hit 2 threes in this game. A couple rebounds.
Yeah.
All right, so you're getting on the Luke Kennard train?
I'm in. I'm on.
All right.
Shoot you.
Let's go to somebody who's going to play more than 18 minutes. Not a whole lot more than 18, but let's look at Ja. Ja Morant, 32.5 PRA. Also great matchup against Phoenix. He's cleared this in 61% of games this season, 5 of his last 10. 83% of games, though, when he plays 29 plus minutes. So,
look at his minutes, man. Why is Ja like playing 25, 27 minutes? It's crazy.
I think they're just afraid he's so injury prone. It does look like this is creeping up. I had this for 32.5 earlier. It looks like most of the books are up to 33.5. So,
yeah,
losing some value.
Were any of the individual? Was it just the PRA that was popping?
Or that's the only thing for Ja. But really, most of that's going to come from points.
I don't know. In a 244 point total.
He does like go quiet for periods though. Like, what did he do against Phoenix last time? He did clear. He had 40.
He hasn't played them.
Oh no.
Yeah, but this was 2023.
Yeah, that's when he was playing big minutes. So, it does feel like a great matchup and a great opportunity. You do have to consider that as well when you're looking at some of the other players we're going to talk about. Is like Ja didn't play the last time they played Phoenix, so guys like Desmond Bane and Jaren Jackson, their stats are going to be a little bit.
Look at his hit rate. Look at his hit rate from between 33.5. You bring it down to 32.5. It goes from 45% to 61%. He's got a bunch of 33s in there.
That's where it opened. It was at 32.5 earlier. Yeah. So that's why it was popping here. But now that it's creeping up, I don't love it. But maybe a good option for FanDuel opens up these alt PRAs, probably by 6 o'clock tonight, 5 o'clock tonight.
Yeah.
He could be a good option for an alt PRA. Like take him down to
put him to 27.5.
Yeah, 27.5 or even 28.5 is probably good enough.
27.5. Now we're at 77%.
Yeah, pair him with someone else that we're about to talk about.
Yeah.
So I don't love it.
You put him and KD together from this game. It could be a nice little PRA builder.
KD is an excellent alt PRA builder. He's super consistent scoring wise. Yeah. All right, so let's take a look at Desmond Bane as well.
Okay.
Also popping for multiple stats, 5.5 assists.
That's nice.
19.5 points. And 30.5 PRA. All of those are popping.
Look at the consistency on his points. Look at this.
And he's projected
22, 22, 22, 21, 21, 22, 22.
He's been super consistent.
Wow.
He's projected for 31 minutes. So he also doesn't play huge minutes.
It's amazing. They don't need these guys to play huge minutes, and they're still winning.
I think they got their eye on the bigger picture. I think they're trying to really make these guys have all been in it between Jackson and Bane and Ja. They've all been injured so many times. I think they're just trying to get to the postseason with all of them healthy.
Yeah.
Bane. So which of those do you like?
His PRA.
I like his PRA.
Yeah, I do too. He's another guy. We've played him in the Volcano Challenge before as a PRA alt builder. He's definitely another one that's super consistent. I mean, look his line is 29.5. You brought him down to 25.5. Now he's that's 18 of his last 20 games, and you're only bringing it down to whatever that is. You're bringing that down 4. You'll still get good odds on that. So yeah, I like it straight. I think I like that better than Ja, to be honest. Yeah. I like Bane. I like this.
I think so, because Bane shoots regardless of who's out there. I think Ja sometimes defers and will be facilitator, but Bane is just one of those guys who is going to get his shots up. So I think it's good luck.
Averaging 6 3-point attempts per game over his last 20 games. Yeah, I like this. I like Bane. 29.5 PRA. We're not talking. Right. Are we talking Tyus Jones revenge? No.
What's his revenge? He's like a nice guy.
He played on Memphis for years.
He did.
Has he played? What has he done against them? Can we just take a quick detour?
Of course.
A Tyus Jones detour. I know you won't mind that. They played on New Year's Eve. 27 PRA. How did he get there? Well, 21 points. That's why. The only thing is probably that could have been without. There's so many guys. Was that without anybody here? That was with Durant.
Maybe Booker.
Booker played that game too. Big shout out to Props.Cash for adding players who got traded to the without players list.
I saw
that. Shout that out.
That was
awesome. Was amazing. Well done. You got to clap. Big clap for that one. Yeah. All right. We can skip over really Tyus Jones.
All right. Let's look at Jalen Wells for 10.5 PRA. Had 19 previous game against Phoenix. What's he been doing of late?
A lot of green. No, not even a single filter on there. We're at 79%.
But the minutes in the last.
How many minutes?
He's projected for 18 minutes, so he's another Kennard. Don't go burning all your cash on Jalen Wells and Luke Kennard tonight. I would choose one of them, not necessarily both.
Yeah, it's also not.
You can get on Fanatics.
Yeah. DraftKings has his PR.
But
you like this? You like Jalen Wells?
I feel like he's kind of a downward trend. Like I think he got hot in the beginning, like kind of in that like January period, and like his minutes.
Yeah, right here, a lot of minutes there.
So I feel like he's
look at the usage. Look at the downward trend on the usage here.
Yeah. So it could be good just given the total points in this game, but if you're gonna go with the role player, I kind of like Kennard in this game over Jalen Wells. So
yeah, I agree.
Mostly because Kennard went to Duke and Jalen Wells did not. It's the foundation of that logic.
That's it.
All right, we got one more player in this game. We'll take a look at Durant in a second, just to kind of look at that side. But we got Zach Edey, both PRA and rebounds. I like rebounds, 6.5 rebounds. This is the number one matchup for opposing centers. Just got rid of Nurk, although they picked up Nick Richards, who's probably a better rebounder than Nurk. So this is all about minutes, man. 79% hit rate when he plays 18 plus minutes. So
looks like it's creeping up too. Looks like it's 7.5 in most books.
Yeah.
So it is juiced to the under on 7.5, but has not played Phoenix.
I guess he didn't play in that game.
Yeah. A couple big rebounding outputs over his last 4 games, 11, 14, 15. How many minutes you haven't projected for?
18, 19. But it's coming off of, what is that, a 13-minute game?
Yeah.
That
was against OKC. Yeah, it's
almost like if you're gonna play Edey, you might as well play like smaller units, like quarter unit, and just play him at 10 rebounds
for 10 rebounds.
Yeah, because some of these games they leave him in there, right? And or Jaren Jackson can get in foul trouble. He's definitely got a history of picking up quick fouls. So who starts for them now? I'm just gonna go look. I haven't really watched a lot of them this season, to be honest.
Memphis, right? Yeah,
he starts.
The same way.
He starts. And so does Jalen Wells, actually. That's weird. Yeah, I actually recall seeing that in the box score. You got Jalen Wells and Zach Edey. They both start, but they both finish with like under 20 minutes, which is weird, right? So they go to the bench, and sometimes the bench outplays the starters. It's a weird lineup. Very balanced lineup, right? You got Morant.
Yeah, I mean, even you see Bane. Yeah, Bane playing 28 and Morant playing 25 minutes. It's
They just picked up
opposite of a Tibbs. Yeah,
they just picked up Marvin Bagley too. So he's not
playing.
Yeah? Wow. Yeah, not playing tonight, but that will probably eat into Edey a little bit as well. All right, so I think we'll pass on Edey, especially since it's creeping up. But if you did want to play something on him, I would say like Edey for 6 rebounds as part of the builder could be nice.
Yeah. We'll take a quick look at KD. Oh, looks like we got all lines out, all PRA lines out for this game already.
Already,
we could cook something up right here.
All right, you pull up KD. I'll cook it up.
A Bane KD PRA builder. So nothing was popping in the model for KD. We're just taking a quick look at
You mentioned putting them in. Like, could we do 31 and a half?
30 and a half.
30
and a half is nice. Yep.
30 and a half. And Bane, what was the number you had for Bane? 25 and a half?
26 and a half, 25 and a half. Yeah, KD 30 and a half. Look at this. 90% hit rate on the season. That's beautiful. Let's go over to Bane. Bane, we said 25 and a half. Did we get there with 25 and a half?
It's playable. Minus 123. Bane 25 and a half. KD 30 and a half.
KD 30 and a half. I love it.
What did KD do against the Grizzlies? Oh,
45.
Yeah, he's gonna
45. I think this might be day one of Volcano Challenge.
Yeah, we're gonna fire it back up.
I think so. I think this one is just feeling really good. I like that the lines are out already. It's like it's just calling our names.
Volcano Challenge, for those who were not in the Discord with us or aren't aware, it's basically our version of the ladder challenge. Except we built like a whole process where we actually take some money out. So once we reach day 4, once we win day 4, we start taking a little bit of money out, which diminishes the overall win. So if you start with $25 and you keep the money in the whole time, you'll end up with about $6,000. If you take the money out that we suggest, we'll share that on X when we post it. You end up with about $2,000 in the end. But if you lose on the last day, you still end up with $1,000. You lose on the day before that, you end up with like $500 or $600. So it's kind of like, we kept getting to day 7 on this thing, and we're like, why are we not walking away with at least something, right? So
100% makes no sense.
We're trying to like attack. There's so many people doing ladder challenges. We're trying to attack it in a more sustainable way, where you walk away with money if you win 4+ times. That seems fair. So come and follow that. We'll launch this one today. I think we put this one out as a straight play at minus 123. We could even tweak it down a little further to as part of the Volcano Challenge, or we just go a little more aggressive. Day one.
Minus 140.
Day one's a good day to go a little bit.
Yeah, I think day one's a good day to be in that minus 120. Minus. Yeah, I think that works.
All right, so KD 30 and a half PRA and Bane 25 and a half PRA.
Let's go. Let's go. I love it. All right, what a good way to end the show here. Anything? That's it, right? We went through everything.
Yeah, we were going to go through the builder sheet, but you can go find that up on X. We post that every morning, both the alt builder cheat sheet that we create with the help of Props Like Cash, and then also we've been posting in the comments of that the alt under prop sheet, which one of our Discord members, Paloma, actually helped us come up with that idea. Phenomenal idea. Actually, the one we posted yesterday went 100%. There were like 30 or 32 props on it, and they all hit. So
Wow.
Definitely don't overlook the under props. It basically just juices everything up as opposed to bringing them down like the alt oversheet does.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're just looking for people who have like less than a 20%, 25% hit rate. So those are good too.
Did anyone hit that? I see everyone on X putting out the Gambly, whatever it is, to get their FanDuel tickets off those cheat sheets.
I hope
surprised
so.
It went 100%. I hope someone hit that.
Some of the alt unders are not playable. I'll just to be transparent about it, because we use the overline to kind of create the sheet in the morning, and then some of the unders, like, you can't find them. We've been refining the sheet so that most of them are playable now. But regardless, even if you hit 20 out of 20, you'd probably be heading to Mexico right now on a vacation. So
sounds good.
That sounds great, right? So anyway, this was good. I think we put out some good stuff. We'll get these builders and a couple straights up on X. Anything else?
We'll put together a builder of the day from the builder sheet that we posted this morning, and we got the day one of Volcano. This is a productive show. Good to be back in the seat here after 5-week hiatus. So thanks everyone for tuning in. I think we'll try to be back one more time before the All-Star break here this week. We'll let you guys know. But thanks everyone for joining. Appreciate it, and let's all make some money tonight.
Let's go.